How wet is everybody right now? I mean, you gotta be a little wet, right? You gotta be feeling it a little bit down there tonight, right? What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? You got TKO Rising in here. You didn't get a notification? Are you serious? I didn't even go live today. It's crazy. I didn't go live today. I didn't upload anything today, so... Man, if you didn't get an alert today, that's crazy. I don't know how you couldn't have gotten an alert today. I haven't done anything today. Crazy. You would not get an alert. Wild. This is the AEW review. Eric Bischoff is back. We're going to get to it in just a second. Sit tight. Get ready for the big one in the chat, especially if you're in the chat. You know, you got to get ready. You got to get ready for the big one. Call me up, baby. Call me up. We're getting ready for the AEW review. Sit tight, baby. If you're in the chat, hit that like button. Get ready to deliver. At least other people got an alert. That's cool. AEW Dynamite. What's up, everybody? Orange Cassidy. Dude, I thought at one point he was just going to give the thumbs up or whatever, but there was no crowd, so if there'd been a crowd, they would have flipped out, but... In the chat, what did you give it? I see the ratings coming in right now. Darby Allin is just a skinny Moxley. Both are boring, Pocket Aces says. Man, I don't know, dude. Like, I've always liked Darby Allin recently. You know, at first I kind of thought that same thing a little bit. But, I mean, dude, I've seen the guy, you know, like, dive out of the ring. Like, just have some really intense moments. I really like it, Darby Allin. I gotta tell you, man, I like his entrance. I like his vibe. I like his sort of theme. You know, he's kind of got a bit of a character, you know, which is not a lot of people have that type of character anymore. You know, granted, it's sort of a, you know, Darby Allin kind of reminds me of like Jeff Hardy, Mankind, and, you know, I don't know, maybe like some like light heavyweight guy that we're not talking about, like Taka Michinoku or something. He's kind of like Taka Michinoku, Mankind, and something else, you know, kind of rolled into one. So I don't know, man. I kind of like him. I've been saying it since, you know, go back to when I first saw him. Really, you know. I mean, I give it to this guy. I like the guy. I gotta be really. Like, I mean, really. Like, I just fuck it. There's people I'll tell you if I don't like them, but there's people that I do like, and I do like Darby Allin, man. I was really happy about tonight. Yeah, he wears pantyhose or something. Yeah, I get it. Some people don't like that. We're still scared of gay things. I don't know. Whatever. I get what you're, you know what I mean? I get what you're saying, but I mean, I don't know, dude. Let me see here. I'm just getting everything back squared away here on my channel here. Just making sure everything's working. I got feedback coming in. I don't know where the hell the feedback's coming from. We may never know where oh, it's coming from this mic. No, we may never lose it. We may never lose the feedback. What is tonight? I see what's going on. There's a major problem with my deal. Hang on a minute. Bear with me for a second while I get this squared away. What's up, chat? How you guys doing tonight? AEW, NXT. I didn't hear a whole lot about NXT tonight. A lot of times I hear about NXT and, like, you know, throughout the night. Again, tonight was another night where I did not hear about NXT, so maybe something could have happened. All I heard about was Marty Jannetty murdering someone all day long. That's all I heard about. But today was my last day where I was, like, fully invested in having to be available for people coming to my house for problems that I've had. So, like, you know, I was really out of it today doing work around the house. I did yard work, and it was kind of weird, you know. It was just lots of stuff outside, and it was hard to manage everything, so I didn't do anything. People were hitting me up all day, like, make a video on Marty Jannetty. You know, Marty Jannetty for years has been trolling and saying things like this so that he's going to hurt somebody or go back to, I don't know, whatever. But I've made videos on it in the past, and it almost felt like a stunt or something. Because then some place announced that he'd be on their show or something. It just felt like a weird stunt. That's me. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe he did kill someone. You know, I don't know. It's very weird, dude. Very, very, very weird stuff, bro. So I don't really know what to say about that. We're going to go into the debate in just a minute. But real quick, just to get it going here, let's hear from you guys. The donos are on, and I will get you on the donations. Looks like Jake DeMarco's still sick today. I haven't actually talked to him at all today, but I'm assuming he's still dealing with, like, IVs and pumping infections through his veins and stuff like that, man. So hopefully Jake's okay. I haven't heard. I don't think I've talked to him today. Ho ho ho, Mary. Oh my god. Oh my god. I got too drunk on Christmas night. Boom. I got too drunk on Christmas night. I should have hung myself from the Christmas lights. Oh no, Santa, no. On Christmas night. I got too fucking drunk on Christmas night. I should have hung myself from the Christmas lights. I got too fucking drunk on Christmas night. I hope Santa runs me over with his goddamn sleigh. Yo, run me over. I should have got drunk on Christmas. Woo.
Strong 8/10. I liked it better than last week. Only negatives were the 12-man tag match and Swollen segment. I loved the promos from MJF, Mox, and even the debate with OC and Jericho. Main event almost got me convinced Darby was going.
Yeah, like maybe they would. I mean, God, I don't. Oh man, Soundwave 92. You have stroked my privates with that donation, Soundwave 92. Stroke me over and over again with your donation. But no, seriously. No, I think it would have been weird if he'd gone over, man. If Darby Allin had gone over, like that would have been weird, dude. I don't know, him as champion now, even though it was BS. I don't know, that would have surprised me though. I will say that. I think that would have been weird. It does suck that I saw someone kick out of the coffin drop because I'm like super hyped for the coffin drop. I think the coffin drop is like my favorite finishing move in AEW, maybe, besides like Jericho's. I don't know. I just love the coffin drop, man. When he goes up there when there was a crowd and he came down, hit somebody, and the crowd went, rah! Man, that was great with Darby Allin when he did that. Yeah, he's not going to have a long career as a crash test dummy, Marvelous. Someone probably is going to call him a trash test dummy. So let me pull up Dynamite here. We had a lot of things that went on today. We had blood tonight, a lot of blood in different ways, which was nice. Saw some blood. Taz got hyped. Yo, Soundwave, thank you for the $31, by the way, Soundwave. That's the top donation of the stream. It's the first donation of the stream, and it probably won't. I don't know. It'll be hard to beat that one. I mean, on a night like this, I feel like it's gonna be a tough night. It's tough to beat. And so we'll just throw up Soundwave's name down here. For some reason, I'm streaming in full HD by accident. So it's killing my CPU. My CPU is like, what are you doing? Like, this is freaking me out. Stop this. You can hear it revving up. It's like really revving up. Like, what am I doing? You want to go right into Bischoff? All right, let's go right into Bischoff. I've got all the match listings and everything. We'll go through the order. But let me just go right into Bischoff real quick. I thought Eric Bischoff was great. I thought he was good. He played this role great. We saw this coming. I saw him on a podcast. You guys know I said this on the show weeks ago. I said, dude, Eric Bischoff was on a podcast with Tony Khan today, and they met for the first time. They even acknowledged, this is the first time we've ever spoken. This is crazy. And, you know, good to be on here, man. This is crazy. We talked, you know, whatever the hell. And Tony Khan looked like Tony Khan looked like a wily raccoon. You ever look at him? He's kind of got this, like this wily look in his eyes, like when he's really when he's like, oh my God, I'm meeting a childhood hero, and oh my God, I want to sign him. Like, oh my God, I can sign him because I can pay to have friends that I used to like watch on TV. No, I'm just kidding. But Tony Khan, he just gets this sort of wily-eyed look, and and he looks kind of like Rick Moranis, you know, looks a lot like Rick Moranis, and he's just like it's just like. And you know, oh, he's gonna sign that guy. He's gonna sign that guy. It's gonna be amazing. You know it's coming. He's gonna sign that dude. And you know it's coming. And it does come. And so he signs Eric Bischoff or whatever happens, it happens. Oh my God. So yeah, that's the wily look of Tony Khan. Everybody. Yeah, you would think that he would do the same thing with Hulk Hogan. So I am surprised. I am surprised. That won't get me hired. Whatever. Well, Tony Khan DM'd Jake one time. You know what I mean? To tell him something, but he never DM'd me. So he ain't gonna. No one's gonna hire me, dude. I'm not worried about ever getting hired. I like talking about it. It's fun to like rant about it and make jokes about like hire me, you assholes. Or nobody's ever gonna hire me. Let me tell you right now. Nobody's going to hire me. And probably what will happen is YouTube will spiral into failure, and I'll be in a ditch somewhere in the next couple of years, and you'll be like, remember that guy? He used to kick ass. He used to like really rule and stuff like that. I just watched my 4-year-old walk by me with 15 bottles of Gatorade, all carrying it all in one big shot. Yeah, you'll be like, remember that guy? Yeah, he used to have a show. It was kind of funny. But then he like spiraled into hell and whatever. And he always ranted about being God or something. But now he's dead now. Wendy's will hire me. Yeah, they will. It's true. Tony Khan, my future botch. Don't make fun of him. Yeah, Moss Blaze. What up, Moss Blaze? Yeah, it's okay, brother. It's okay. Tony Khan is very nice. Yeah, Hulk's banned. Yeah, he's not coming in. He's not going to have Hulk Hogan in there for sure. He ain't getting no Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan is banned, brother. He's banned just like his wife, or his wife's banned just like he is. Remember that day that Hulk Hogan's ex-wife decided to tweet out something stupid, and then Hulk Hogan instead got shit for it all day long? I thought that was the dumbest thing. Like, his stupid ex-wife, who hates him and cheated on him and was a whore, but he's an asshole, so who cares? She tweets out about him. About being she tweets out some kind of weird racist thing, and then he gets all in trouble for it. It's ridiculous. It was, I don't know, it was ridiculous. It was funny. Who gives a crap in all reality, Who gives a crap about the guy, whatever happens. But yeah, I thought AEW was good tonight. Again. Marty Jannetty might kill you. My name is Kane and I'm donating.
Tonight was a 5 or 6 out of 10. First half sucked. I wish Darby won more matches. I liked the debate skit. They took a shit on WWE tonight if you listen to the promos.
Yeah, there was a lot of weird shitting on WWE and weird, sort of little nods to things. It felt like Bimbo Baggins. It feels like that in every way. I can't even remember now. Isn't Britt Baker, Bimbo Baggins? Thank you for the 666, man. What up, Bimbo Baggins? Bimbo, thanks for the donation, man. Britt Baker calls herself the role model, right? She's been calling herself the role model. Isn't Bayley and Sasha, aren't they calling themselves the golden role models in the WWE? Isn't that true? Gotta watch Ryder's Tony podcast. He's a mark for pro wrestling. I mean, dude, we've known Tony Khan's a mark for pro wrestling for years now. What are you talking about? We didn't need to watch Zack Ryder's shitty podcast to figure that out. This guy's been super dork about wrestling for a while. I liked it, though, man. I liked the show tonight. I thought the beginning was a little bit staggery. It was, a big, 69-man tag was a little bit much and, kind of just went nowhere. And they put over the Dark Order. There was one point, I think the super kick to Kenny Omega when Kenny Omega was chasing somebody, and then Kenny Omega gets super kicked in the face by Lance, I don't remember, not Lance Archer, Brody Lee. Brody Lee super kicked him in the jaw. And I thought that was hilarious. I thought it was a funny little super kick, a little move, or whatever. And somebody absolutely sold and got killed at the end. It was might have been one of the Young Bucks. Brody Lee just waffled them. And it was a great ending. So it was a big, long match that really wasn't that crazy entertaining to me until the end with those little moments. I thought it made Brody Lee look really good. Then we got a promo from Jon Moxley that was okay, with this story with Darby and the match that's coming up, and he respects him and stuff like that. So, that was fine. That was okay. And then we get Best Friends versus Santana and Ortiz, and everybody was talking about the Mom's Van thing, really. Best Friends get the win via pinfall on that. Again, these were all right, but it really wasn't this first 30, 40 minutes or whatever really wasn't that exhilarating, but it was just but it was interesting because normally a lot of times what AEW does, I feel like, is we get a lot of first hours that are really good, and then the second hours that kind of taper off or whatever. But tonight we sort of got the first hour was kind of like the warm up. It wasn't quite ready to go yet. It wasn't quite done. Maybe some of the biggest negativity. Maybe some of the biggest, harshest critics of AEW would have given the first hour a 5 out of 10. But the second hour really picked up. MJF gave this update on his campaign. MJF was great. I thought MJF was really good. Obviously, he's always really good. Matt Hardy comes to the ring. Now Matt Hardy's going to cut a promo. I've been really disinterested with Matt Hardy recently Because I just want to see the broken gimmick, man. I want him to keep going with the broken gimmick. I want skits. I want promos. I want broken brilliance. I want the character that I had back in 2016 that I liked so much, man. I want that Matt Hardy back. And they figured, I guess, like, you know, this is all we can do now, especially with the pandemic, so we're not going to do it, right, with Hardy. So I'm like, all right, well, he's going to go back to a real Matt Hardy, and he's switching so many gimmicks that I don't even understand what's going on with Matt Hardy. And I know that the new gimmick is just that he's going to be himself or whatever, right? But even that, it's like nothing feels solid with Matt Hardy yet. But he does come out, and he does cut a decent promo that makes me interested in, like, all right, we'll see what happens, I guess. But this isn't what I want. And that's what I thought the whole time was like, oh, man, this isn't what I want, but I'm glad that he's cutting a decent promo, I guess. I don't know. And then Sammy Guevara sneaks up on him, attacks him. And, you know, some of these guys, it's hard to make them believable because they're so small compared to Matt Hardy and stuff like that. Like, back in the day, they used to call, like, some of the WWE guys were small, you know what I mean? But so he sneaks up on him, he beats him up and stuff like that, and they're fighting. You know, Matt Hardy gets the best of him first, actually. And then eventually it leads to that table spot. Man, it looked crazy. Guevara throws Matt Hardy's head into the post, and he busts him open right there, it looked like. And then he even throws a chair at his head. So take your pick on which one really busted him open, even though it was probably a blade. It was a blade job of some kind or whatever. But they really did a good job making that believable, man. Going into the post, and then getting hit in the head with a chair right after it. He's laying on the table. He starts bleeding all over the place. I love that. Yeah, Matt Hardy's a little SJW, it feels like. Then Sammy Guevara jumps off the stage and does that crazy 360 spiraling dive thing, which didn't even look right. He looked like he landed like sideways and almost broke his head. I don't know, dude. That was crazy, man. He almost waffled himself. And he lands on Hardy sideways, and there's a big blood spot at that point. Matt Hardy's bleeding everywhere. There's a big blood spot right on the table, which looked awesome. And then after that, Matt Hardy's sitting up. He's bleeding everywhere. And now we got blood. Sammy Guevara's a douchebag. And I'm happy at home. We got Sammy Guevara being a D-bag. Matt Hardy's bleeding all over the place. It doesn't get any better than that. So I'm happy. For about the first time tonight, besides when I saw Matt Hardy and maybe a couple little things earlier, I was like, yeah, it was funny. That was pretty good. So now the show is starting to go from a 4 or 5 to, all right, a happy 4 or 5, like a 5.5 with a thumbs up almost. So I'm starting to feel a little bit better about AEW, but whatever. We'll see what goes on next. So good job with Sammy Guevara. Then Santana and Ortiz destroy the mom's minivan, which I thought was kind of funny. They're destroying his mom's van. You know, they had a promo about, you son of a bitch, you destroyed our mom's van. And then after that, Jim Ross even went like, they destroyed his mom's van. Like it was, I don't know, the way Ross actually read it or said it or whatever, was actually kind of funny to me. And I was like, that's pretty funny. It was like they were the winking at you, but at the same time, like selling it in a way. Like I like that. So to me, that came across really well off, you know? And for some reason, somebody just super chatted, and it's not popping up because I was signed into my gaming stream. So I'm going to read that in just a second. I'm sorry that did not pop up. Any super chats now, if you guys want a super chat, they will pop up, and I will get the alerts. But unfortunately, because I didn't realize I wasn't signed out of my other gaming stream, that one did not. So let me just E-Murder, what up, E-Murder? Let me hit you up. Yo, E-Murder, son. AEW was lit. 9 out of 10. MJF busted up Mox with the belt. Darby was close. I still think Darby will be champion in the future. What's up, E-Murder? That thigh on that photo you got there, man. Who else isn't rubbing one off? Dude, listen, Marty Jannetty has been doing this for so long. Marty Jannetty for years comes out and says, like, threatens like he killed somebody, says he's going to kill somebody, says he will kill somebody, says that he's going to die. Like, I mean, I've been covering stuff for years with Marty Jannetty, so when I was in the middle of trying to get the termite people in the house, the tree people thing, and Leah's dad was here for something, and all these other things are going on today, and I'm like, you know, whatever. I wanted to make a video about it and go through the whole thing and talk about how Marty's a psycho or whatever. But, you know, it just didn't get to it today. You know, I really would have loved to talk about how Marty's a psycho. But, you know, I just didn't feel that need at the point. Soundwave92 is the top dono of the stream. What up, Soundwave92? Appreciate it, bro. Jake is not here. He is sick. He has... something wrong with him. I don't know what it is, but it's something about insulin. You know, he gets infections and he can't stop throwing up and stuff like that. He gets really bad. All these things start happening to him, really. It's an unraveling, really, for him. I am not feeling very well, but we continue. The show must go on, brother. The show must go on. 339-226-6610. I just opened up the phone lines. They were not open before. If you want to call and you want to talk about AEW and you want to talk about what you saw, you want to tell me why it was awesome, crappy, bad, good, why NXT was better, I don't know. I got the phone lines open just now. Sorry to be a little bit late with it for the people that were maybe calling, but now it's open. 339-226-6610. So then we get Cody and Matt Cardona versus Alex and John Silver. It's an all right little match. You know, Cardona hits the Rough Rider or the free frequency or radio something silence. I don't know. And they win the match. It's okay. Interesting to see him wrestle on TV, on AEW TV. Then we get to the debate. And this was the most interesting thing of the night, probably. The Eric Bischoff debate. Jericho was just getting on the microphone and just shredding. And I thought, oh my God, they're going to do the John Cena thing and they're going to bury this guy with the microphone. And I thought, now, if there was a loud crowd, every time it was time for Orange Cassidy to talk, he could have just looked at Jericho like... And he could have put the thumbs up and the crowd could have cheered or something. And like that would have been a kind of an awesome thing. Like he could have given the thumbs up every time and the crowd would just cheer for him and then boo when Jericho was talking. It really could have, this probably could have been an amazingly fun, interactive fan experience if we didn't have COVID-19. But what they went with still worked, but it really was Jericho kind of burying him. And then eventually Orange Cassidy speaks. When Eric Bischoff asked him about a global warming question. And that was funny. Great joke. Kind of a reference a little bit to the old school when they did the debate scene and then the dude, Will Ferrell's like a retard the whole entire show. And then they get to this debate and he's like, well, and then he's like, the empirical evidence shows that, and he like goes right into this whole thing. And so they totally did the old school thing, but they dumbed it way down because whatever Will Ferrell said in old school, it was insane. And the funniest thing is when he got done saying it, he goes, whoa, what happened, man? I blanked out. Like, and that was kind of what they were going for here. But it worked because the reason why it worked so well was because of Eric Bischoff's sell of it. Eric Bischoff was like, wow. Eric Bischoff played this as if he was coming. Like I don't know why, but he was like, they played this as if Eric Bischoff was like jizzing in his pants, dude. Like as if Eric Bischoff had a load in his pants. So that to me was hilarious. Or like he wanted to bang Orange Cassidy. I don't know. So I thought Eric Bischoff did just a great job with that. And Eric Bischoff was like, anyway, whatever. Jericho looks surprised. Then Jericho goes back to, cutting a great promo on Orange Cassidy. Jericho's making all real valid points. And they've sort of made Orange Cassidy into this youth of America, whatever you call it, millennial, I guess was the whole thing. Like he's a millennial, because Eric Bischoff, before he asked him the question about global warming, he goes, well, Orange, let me ask you about global warming. I think you'll enjoy this. You'll probably enjoy this one or whatever. And, I think, indicating that they're calling him a millennial and whatever else. And then later on, he then finally Orange Cassidy sticks up for himself as far as wrestling goes and goes, I know what you're doing. You're going to come on here. You're going to get to debate against the guy, who doesn't speak. That makes perfect sense. And then he goes on to say, you're going to get beat by the guy with his hands in his pockets. And I thought that was really good, man. God damn, I thought that was pretty good. And then when Eric Bischoff announces Orange Cassidy wins the debate, and then Eric Bischoff says, I don't know, man, that global warming question really got... I thought that was really funny. And I got to tell you, man, Eric Bischoff really helped this segment. Eric Bischoff helped the segment. He did a great job. Orange Cassidy and Jericho did a great job. This is a really good segment. But it's weird because it's a WWE style segment too, right? This is, I don't know, it's so reminiscent of like the good WWE from the maybe like the 2000s, like 2006s, 2004s. I don't know, something like that. But they did a good job. And that was at that point that was my favorite thing that I saw all night. And I was an Orange Cassidy hater. You guys remember, I bashed Orange Cassidy when they hired him because I only thought they were going to do the whole, he puts his hands in his pockets, he doesn't say anything. What the hell are you going to do with that? And the fact that they've kind of elevated him a little bit while keeping that character, of course, the character that you saw in the Indies, that ain't going to work. 100%. Yeah, I think Jericho carried the whole thing, but Cassidy did a good job, though. He really did. He was pretty good. Eric Bischoff as well. And the fact that Orange Cassidy was on the stage with these two guys definitely did help Orange Cassidy. But it was different, man. Seeing this was different. It was like, this is so weird. Our good guy hero is this cool, calm, kind of cocky dipshit who doesn't speak, and there's something about it that you like. And I said this weeks ago or months ago or something on the show. I said, man, one of the most relatable guys to the way the world is right now is kind of Orange Cassidy. And that's crazy. But again, I don't know if he's able to cross over and get people to watch wrestling. To get some guy or get some person to watch wrestling who's like, who's this guy? This guy's great because he's such a shit. I'm a shit too. I'm a 20-year-old millennial shit too. I want to watch this guy. I think that's part of what, the allure or whatever you want to call it is with this anyway. But Scam Cartoon says, I like the debate, but I guarantee it lost ratings. Really? God, really? Man, if this lost ratings, then what the hell are we doing? I can't believe that. We'll see, though. We'll see tomorrow. So, yeah, Orange Cassidy, it was great.
Why does Chris Jericho and Orange Cassidy hate each other so much?
Well, that's an easy one, Eric. But first of all, before I verbally annihilate you, Orange, I want to say I sure am glad you dressed for the occasion tonight. It's disgraceful. You're right.
Looks like my senior prom.
Dressed for the occasion.
Why does this rematch mean so much to both of you?
Well, the reason why the rematch means so much to me is...
Hey, Chris, shut up! Shut up.
But yeah, that's so... man, he definitely is a global warming guy.
Chris, I know what you're doing here. I know what this is. I mean, you scheduled a debate against a guy who doesn't talk. It's pretty smart. You're just trying to embarrass me, right?
Yeah, I am.
Try to embarrass me with all this? Mm-hmm. I'm not embarrassed, Chris. I don't care. I don't care about you, but I do care about next week. See, I care about that match. I do. I mean, it's the biggest match of my life. It's also the biggest match of your life, too, Chris.
Really?
I thought at this point, I really started thinking, man, I think Orange Cassidy might eat the friggin' microphone. I'm not really sure, but he might eat the microphone.
Can you imagine, Chris? I mean, you're Chris Jericho, man. You've done it all. All the things that we can Google later. But I'm telling you right now, Chris, what if this? What is Chris Jericho loses to the guy that puts his hands in his pockets? I want you to look at me, Chris. I want you to look into my eyes and look at the man that is going to embarrass you. And next week, look at the man that's going to beat you.
He could have said a little more stuff at the end, I suppose, but I really liked the build-up because I kind of felt like Jericho. I was watching this, Jericho's surprise at Orange Cassidy, talking to him like this was kind of the surprise that I had listening to it. I was like, damn, whoa, shit. Like, wow. I thought they were going to do something weird. I have bashed Orange Cassidy when AEW hired him. I bashed that they hired him. So, I crapped on it that they hired him. I never thought that they would actually do something different with him. I thought they were going to just do the whole hands in the pockets and that's it. But I also really respect what AEW has done with Orange Cassidy since the beginning. In the beginning, he lost. He put his hands in his pockets in a Rumble. Tommy Dreamer threw him out. And he got his ass handed to him every time he's not been serious, like he should. And he's got his ass beaten every time he's got his hands in his pockets. But there's something fun or whatever about when he pulls his hands out of his pockets and goes, no, I'm going to fuck you up. Like, there's something about that that's like, what? Why is this exciting? And Jericho did a great job. I thought Orange Cassidy did a good job as well. This could have been easily Jericho just looking great, being able to bury Orange Cassidy with promos. And we would have come out saying, wow, they did that segment. It was cool to see Eric Bischoff back, and Jericho just buried him. And I didn't really get anything from Cassidy, and Jericho just looked great. And I think that they failed at their goal. But I don't think that's what happened. I think instead they got their goal. I thought they made Orange Cassidy look interesting. That's the word I'll use, is interesting. I thought they made Orange Cassidy seem interesting, maybe even a little exciting. Eric Bischoff did a great job as well of selling that. Jericho. So I just, going back to that segment again. It's great stuff. Big Swole and Reba happens. I barely missed it. I barely saw it. I basically missed it. It was kind of funny because Reba's like, I got to get in the ring and wrestle? What the hell are you talking about? And I'm like, is this girl really going to get in and wrestle? I didn't even know she was a wrestler. I thought she was just some friend of somebody's who was being a character on the show or whatever. I never even understood her story. So it was like super authentic to me that she had to suddenly get in the ring. I always felt like this is Britt Baker's real life friend. And she was like, yeah, I'm just going to have, this is my friend anyway. She can be on camera and do some things and whatever. And they were like, yeah, okay, sounds good. And so to see her get in the ring, it was really bad kind of looking. She's super slow and things like that. But she's not a wrestler, so that made sense to me. So that was fine. I liked it. She even did a moonsault, missed the moonsault. That was crazy. So anyway, whatever. Big Swole wins as she should. Whatever. Okay. And then we get Moxley and Darby Allin. And, I like Darby Allin coming out with the Moxley face. The story that Moxley likes him, but he's, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you. If you're gonna get in the ring with me. They had some good moments, good match, solid stuff. I thought all around for the time they had and what they did. It was all right. I like both the guys for the most part, but Wardlow comes out, MJF interferes. That's the bigger story. Moxley gets busted open. He's bleeding everywhere. We see a coffin drop, but it doesn't beat Moxley, which oh my God, hurts my heart because I want to see that coffin drop be the finisher most of the times, as many finishers do, and we all agree with finishers being like that. But it was fine, and then eventually Moxley puts him away, wins the match, and we get, in my opinion, a pretty good show tonight from AEW. A good show. I would probably give tonight a 7 out of 10. Some people out there give it a 6 because of the first hour wasn't so hype. Some people might give it an 8 or a 9 and love it. It had a good build. I'm giving it a solid thumbs up, man. A solid 7 out of 10 tonight for the most part. I thought it was good. There was some things that weren't so great and some things that didn't pop at the first hour. We had two guys bloody tonight with Moxley and Matt Hardy. I thought both of those were nice. Did I see Rebby Hardy's tweet? No, I didn't. I got to go look. She's always hilarious on Twitter, though, so. Let me go take a look. She wrote effing dumbass an hour ago. I don't know. I don't see... Is that it? Did she call him a dumbass? I saw the FBI raided Logan Paul or Jake Paul or somebody today. That was interesting. So, yeah, pretty good show, man. 339-226-6610 if you guys want to talk about AEW tonight. No Jake, he's sick with stuff. Oh, my God, I can't take this shit seriously, says Reckless Jeff. What, because of Orange Cassidy or whatever? Because of that? I get it. You know what I mean? If you say that. Yeah, she tweeted, what a dumbass. Bill Gates, why don't you go create the coronavirus and poison all of us so you can rape our kids, okay? Why don't you, Bill Gates in the chat. I just had to ban you, Bill Gates. You made this computer that I'm on, but I had to ban you, Bill Gates. I'm sorry. Because I don't believe you're a real person in the chat. I don't believe you're actually Bill Gates. I'm sorry. I just don't believe. For some reason, I don't know. I don't believe you're really you. Check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. I'll have some podcasts coming up tomorrow on there. I'll be back to making videos during the day again. So that'll be fun. 7 out of 10 tonight. I'm going to be going and watching NXT. See how NXT did. Hopefully they had a good show so I can watch a good show. That'd be nice. Don't want to end up watching a half-ass show. And especially after seeing a decent AEW. I don't want to see a bad one with NXT. Man, I don't know. I'm not really sure, man. We'll get all the results tomorrow. We'll get all the ratings tomorrow. We'll compare the things, and maybe I'll go over it. If Jake is back tomorrow for Out of Nowhere, we'll go over everything that way. If not, I'll still go over it anyhow. I'll have everything ready to do that and to talk about everything. Who was the guest moderator for Jericho's? Like, people, they're asking that question. Like, everybody's known all week it's Eric Bischoff. It was like spoiled immediately. I mean, dude, it was really spoiled immediately. Like, pretty quickly. Well, I'll tell you what, man. We had no phone calls tonight. I think people are dead out there. We had zero phone calls. Zero phone calls about AEW tonight. Or anything. I'm surprised. Jake is sick. 0 phone calls. The donations stopped 38 minutes ago. I think people are in a coma tonight. I'm surprised because AEW was pretty good, I thought. You know, this is normally like a Raw. People are like dead for Raw. God damn, man. Are people like just dead? So I'm going to call it a night because I'm tired of shit too, and I have nothing else to say about this. Besides next week's predictions, what's going on, which is the preview for next week is Cody Rhodes versus Scorpio Sky because they stared at each other in the tunnel, so that's going to be a match. By the way, this was the first week in, I think, 4 weeks or 5 weeks that the TNT Championship wasn't on the line, so that was interesting. So, Cody versus Scorpio Sky happening next week because Scorpio Sky stared at him in the hallway. Jericho versus Orange Cassidy in a $7,000 obligation match. That's interesting. Sold it well tonight. A tag team appreciation night hosted by FTR. That's interesting. Wonder what's going to happen. Hangman Page and Kenny Omega versus Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. I don't really care about that, but could be a fun match maybe. So, okay. Grayson and Evil Uno versus the Young Bucks. That could be okay, but whatever. It could be terrible too. Appearances by Rock and Roll Express. Oh my God, Rock and Roll Express, they're back. Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson for a tag team appreciation night hosted by FTR. That could be good. So there's all these things booked for next week. There's like, I don't know what the fuck Raw's doing. Do you guys know what Raw's doing? Do you guys know what SmackDown's doing? Do you guys know what even anybody else is doing? I mean, this is the most comprehensive list of this is everything that's going on, that's going on to me. Look at all the stuff that's going on, and it's all set up. Now, AEW, sometimes they only have 1 or 2 stories that we know about going on week to week, but that's usually the minimum for everybody. But there's been weeks where WWE, we didn't know anything that was happening the next week. There's been weeks where just, storylines continue, but we didn't know if they would or wouldn't. And sometimes they don't altogether. Pretty crazy.
Give it a hell yeah! We like Tarr. 7/10. Have a great night, Joe.
Yo, Dan and Cora, thank you for the 316, Dan and Cora. We liked AEW, 7 out of 10. Yeah, I'm going 7 out of 10. Oh my God, a phone call. Everybody's in a coma tonight. What is everybody jerking off to pictures of Trump or something? 248, hello.
Yo, what's up, Joe?
What's going on, man?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, bro.
Hey, Joe, I really liked the Orange Cassidy and Jericho promo, man. It was so awesome.
I'm gonna watch it again.
Like every time Chris Jericho talked, Orange Cassidy was like laying. He's like he was about ready to fall asleep. Like, are you done, Jericho? Seriously, did you see that, Joe? I mean, that was like epic.
I mean, anything. I feel like anything you say to Orange Cassidy, he looks like he's ready to fall asleep. So yeah, I mean that's basically what it looks like. But no, yeah, I thought it was the best. I'm gonna watch it again, man, because I really liked it. I really liked this debate thing. It could have been if WWE did this, it would have been atrocious.
Oh, WWE has been garbage, man. I mean, when Drew McIntyre announced that Extreme Rules match against Dolph Ziggler, I turned it off. I'm like, not this again. Come on now, be original. Come on, Vince, be original.
Do you watch NXT still, or do you only watch AEW now?
Well, I watch a little of both. My friend and I go to my friend's house and we watch AEW, and then most NXT. We watch back and forth. We kind of watch it back and forth.
How old are you and your friend?
He's 40 and I'm 41.
Yeah, you guys ever jerk each other off to AEW?
No.
Not yet.
No, dude.
No, I mean,
But
it can happen.
But Joe, there was another question I wanted to ask you. Do you think what's announced team do you think is way better, AEW or NXT? Because every time I hear Mark Merrill talk, is like,
oh man,
he comes up with these stupid rhymes.
If Mauro Ranallo is with Nigel, I think they're kind of the best, Mauro Ranallo and Nigel together. But I don't know. I liked the commentary now Yeah, I think it's because Excalibur's gone. I like JR and Taz and whoever else,
Oh, yeah.
Tony Schiavone. So I mean they're coming along better than they were. But I mean I think solid as a Morrow and Nigel really call it a sporting event. I've done the impression before. You've heard me. By the way, thank you for calling, man. Good shit, dude. Really appreciate it. Love you, buddy. Don't jerk your buddy off too much. But yeah, just Morrow being like, oh, he fell right down. He came crashing down off the ladder. The championship is hanging in the balance. Oh, Morrow. He's might have landed on his wrist. He might have broken his wrist, Morrow. You can see the pain in the eyes of Velveteen Dream. He can't get up to the canvas. He's looking in the sky. He's looking in the sky because he doesn't know where he is. All he's thinking about is the pain right now. He's going to let the adrenaline kick in. And if he's injured enough, adrenaline can only carry you so far, Morrow. And you're like, wow, this is like a real fight or something. Like, they're the best guys at calling pro wrestling like it's a real event at this point, Morrow and Nigel. But Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, Excalibur, or Taz, or whoever in AEW, they're the best at the sports entertainment wrestling commentary right now. So that's what I'll say. I feel like Morrow and Nigel are number one as the most believable sports call in wrestling. But I feel like AEW is number one in the most entertaining commentary that we have. Spontaneous, I don't know. But Raw is garbage. It's robotic. It's terrible. SmackDown, same thing. But NXT right now isn't that good because isn't it Tom Phillips, Morrow, and Beth Phoenix? No, that's not good. Without Nigel, it doesn't work. With Morrow, with Morrow, it's great. But every time Tom Phillips is talking, I'm just like, this isn't. So right now, I'd have to give the award, if there was one, I'd give it to AEW. Because even though sometimes AEW, they don't know who's going to talk, and there's a disconnect with youth and, you know what I mean, that old tradition with JR and the whatever. The bottom line is, even with that, it's more exciting because I don't know if I'm going to be entertained, I'm going to be annoyed, or if they're going to mess up or they're going to have fun. It just feels like at AEW they're having a lot of fun, But without Morrow or without Nigel in AEW or in NXT, it's really not the same thing with Morrow. They got to get Nigel back. And now, I don't know if Nigel's going to be back, but they need Nigel back, man. It looks like a car wreck out here, Morrow. He smashed his shoulder right across the post. He might be picking up intensity again. He's not that injured because he can walk. We thought he wouldn't be able to walk. We thought he wouldn't be able to walk back to the ring, but he made it back. Oh my goodness! What a shot across the head! Might have knocked him out. There's a 1, 2, no! How does Velveteen Dream keep kicking out? My God! It's tenaciousness. It's tenacity. He's got that same tenacity in training. Morrow in the back yesterday, he won the push-up contest. Everybody else had passed out from fatigue. People were throwing up. He continued to barrel through it. His conditioning is second to none. And Morrow's like, well, he's certainly in good shape at this moment, but there's only so much shape it can carry you if you have a broken arm. Oh, my God! Canadian face buster! Like, it's just like, and you're just like, these are the best two guys at calling wrestling in sports. But Nigel's not there. And without the Nigel, it don't work. And it's too bad, man. Because they really were hitting their stride. But I like AEW because you never know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? You never really know, what's going to go on or what's going to happen or, what they're going to do. And so, it's okay. What is this? Is this Grimm? Somebody sent me Grimm's Toy Show's butt.
Well, Phil, I know that people are pissed.
I don't know what this is. Oh, I see what it is. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I was talking to Grim the other day about some of this and how it's weird on YouTube and it's so bizarre now with some things.
Bigger.
You know what I mean? It's weird. Let me see here. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. I'll look at the match. I'll tell you in a minute after I see the match.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
James Metzler, what up, James?
I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Note to all the WWE marks in this community: AU is a fun alternative. That's it, nothing more. Don't watch and be sports entertained with the rest of the idiots.
Right. Yo, James Metzler, thank you very much, James Metzler, for the dono. How you been, brother? Good to hear from you. And I hope you're having a wet Tuesday. You got to go after some of the marks, right? Sometimes you got to do it, man. You want the more James Metzler, thank you for the $10, buddy. And James, man, thank you for the other day, a week ago or something like that. You dropped $20 or something, and I don't know, I think I'd ended the show or something and you missed it. I missed it or something. Yo, Drizzleland, thanks for subbing to the channel, Drizzleland. How you doing, dude? Drizzleland, thank you, man. Shout out to Nick Steele, man. Rest in peace, brother. I still can't believe that Nick is gone, but if Morrow and Nigel were calling Nick, we'd have a great time. A shot right to the head by Robo, and now Nick Steele's heading to the turnbuckle. Robo's gonna be able to be at the playground here, and the big Nick Steele to the buckle, but now, a double arm DDT! Nick Steele just absorbed that turnbuckle! And look at Robo grabbing the back of his neck, obviously realizing he's in there with a behemoth like Nick Steele. But he looks like he wants some more. Absolutely, he's not afraid of him, but what he just realized there is the power of Nick Steele's incredible Morrow. It's unbelievable. And you first feel it, you're almost in shock. You almost gotta psych yourself up to be in there with the Beastmaster Nick Steele. Yeah, but you get those two guys on commentary, man, you're good to go. I'm losing my Nigel a little bit. I think it's because I got this my tooth is really bad, so I think shit bum.
What's up, bitches? Drew's mom ain't got nothing on me. If I were in Kansas like her, I would pick up way more guys than she could even dream of. Who's the real bad bitch in town? Me.
Oh my God. Debe's mother-in-law. No. You got to get out of here, Debe's mother-in-law. (920) Hello.
Hey, Joe. Long-time listener. This is the first time I got through to talk to you. Always entertaining. Always enjoy your show.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I think people are asleep. People are asleep tonight, so it's easy to get in tonight.
Well, that's why I tried calling years past and could never get through on your program, but I just wanted to say I really appreciate everything you do. Always watch it after the shows. I'm probably one of your more long-time listeners or more of a long-time wrestling fan, because I've been watching since the early 1970s, from the days of the guys like the Crusher and things like that. So the days now are a little bit different, but I really enjoyed the AEW show tonight. I kind of like the WWE product, but the way they've gotten away from things from the past and the more entertainment things, this show really was a good surprise tonight. I really got a kick out of it.
Wait, have you been watching AEW every week, or do you just, this is one of the...
Nope.
Oh, really?
I watch it every week. I've watched wrestling pretty consistently in every manner since way back in the 70s, the ECW products, the AWA products back from the Vern Gagne days, and the whole works. So,
yeah, that's it's funny because you're probably like my dad watched that stuff a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit. That's how I knew about all that stuff. But it's weird, man, because wrestling is one of the interesting things when you really like it. It's one of the only. I feel like it's one of the only things that people really go back and watch it. Like there was a guy who called me the other day, and other people that have called the show who are like 17, 18, 19, and they'll start referencing and knowing about all these things from back in the day. I'm like, you weren't even born yet. And they're like, yeah, but I watched it all. And, that's the stuff that I used to try to watch after I ran out of stuff around WrestleMania 6, 7. I would try to be watching like stuff I missed from the early 80s or the late 70s, and you'd get tapes, and, the local video store guy was a wrestling fan, so he would actually bring in his tapes and rent out his own tapes, because it was a family video thing, and it was crazy. And so like that's how some of the stuff that I ended up getting to see later.
And that's the thing that I really, the appreciation I had for guys like Nick Bockwinkel. Listening to Nick Bockwinkel's promos were just awesome. Listening back when he made you hate him back then, but as the years went by and you got to hear them over, it's like, man, this guy just killed it. And now you get different things and certain people that can do the promos like that, and you really learn to appreciate the guys that can do the promos and can do the matches like that, and the whole works. It's just amazing when you look back at all those years. Ric Flair when he first started, and I mean, there were like Pampero Firpo actually listening to him do the "oh yeah," and then Randy Macho Man Savage referencing that Pampero Firpo was his inspiration for that kind of thing. Yeah,
it's wild, man. I mean, good thing we have AEW because I just can't deal with most of the other stuff now. But
the AEW show tonight, I really appreciated the Orange Cassidy, the whole thing. It was captivating.
Yeah,
and the show kept my attention through the whole thing. Even the first match, I saw a lot of people kind of putting that down, but there was so much action there. Like you referenced the Brody Lee super kick and everything. That match was so fast-paced, and it started as the show started, they went right into it. There wasn't this, like the WWE show where there's a 15-minute thing slowly working into it. When they came in, that match was actually going as it came in, and it kept going. And I really liked the whole Brody Lee, Colt Cabana thing that was going on there, that Colt didn't look like he was quite knowing what to do, and then he kind of sided with Brody Lee. I thought that was an interesting type of demo that was going on.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't bad. So, like, it started, like you said, it's there's so much going on that at least that's entertaining, and it's chaotic to start that way. Like, what's going on and everything, man. But yeah, dude, absolutely call back up. Good to hear from you, and appreciate it, man. Thanks for calling up.
Okay, I just really wanted to tell you I really appreciate listening to your show every night after the shows. I turn it on immediately, so I want you to know you're appreciated.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thanks. Thank you. Man, what a nice call. That's a nice guy. And yeah, man, I know there's a lot of people who listen who don't ever call, never called. Maybe there's a lot of people listen, never called, never donated, never even chat. You may never be in the chat much, but you're listening all the time. So I know you're out there, and you guys mean a lot to me too, man. And thank you very much for listening like you guys have done all these years, especially if you're old school like that. But yeah, man, I'm like that with a lot of things. I'm not in people's chats. I don't have time to do anything else, but I listen all the time, and it's interesting, man. So I know you're out there. I know there's a lot of people out there that are just probably working right now or something like that. So it's pretty cool. Roman Reigns. Oh, hey Roman, how you doing, Roman?
I wanna see you naked. Give me that Superman punch in my rectum. Give me that Superman punch in my rectum. I don't care if your whole fist goes up my asshole.
Which AEW championship do you think is most likely to change hands? I think the tag belts will see new owners soon.
You know, I mean, maybe. I think the tag belts would be the number one. Toxic Death. I could see Scorpio Sky beating Cody, though. You know, maybe AEW feels like they're being out SJW'd by WWE. As sad as that seems. I definitely don't think that Cody Rhodes should be losing the TNT Championship yet. But if he loses next week, that's suspect. But yeah, I'm going to go with tag team titles. Toxic Death. Thank you, Toxic Death, for the $14 drop. Man, I was going to end the show. Good thing I didn't. A couple extra bucks coming in. Thank you, Toxic Death, man. $14. Thanks, buddy. Shit bum.
Who the fuck thinks they are gonna talk shit to me?
Oh, God.
Really? Deborah's mother-in-law thinks she can pick up more guys than me? I am the real baddest bitch of Kansas and I would clean the streets of North Carolina if I had the chance. Eat shit, bitch.
Oh, my God. Drew's mom, that is so nasty of you, Drew's mom. You can hear more Drew's mom on Corrupted Podcast on my Patreon. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Drew's mom, though, thank you for becoming a $5 shit bum. $5 shit bum. You know that commercial? You $5 shit bum. One last one here. Let's see. 769, hello.
Hey, what's up, Joe Cronin? How you doing?
I am doing wet. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm good. I was just wondering, I wanted your opinion on this. Why do you think people give Undertaker a pass for being, like, supernatural, but then when you got guys like Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, they were also, like, super, they, like, crap on them?
Well, I don't think it's supernatural. I think it's different. I think, Hulk Hogan just kind of used, like, all these sayings and stuff like that, like, I'm going to take my prayer. I'm going to say my prayers. I'm going to take my vitamins. And then I come out there and what you going to do when Hulkamania runs wild on you? That's not really, he's not really supernatural. But
whenever his comeback.
His comeback?
Like whenever he would start fighting back. Like when he would start hulking up.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I think some people didn't like that, back then. I thought there was a lot of wrestling fans that liked Ric Flair and all those other things. But I think the idea that you could kind of, psych yourself up and hulk up at the end of a match was a little more believable than, coming down dead from the ceiling or whatever. So I don't know. I guess it's another extreme. Like first you're testing the waters with this comeback that you always seem to do, like Hulk Hogan. And that's sort of testing the waters. But after that is, okay, this guy's dead, and he rises up, and he is impervious to pain type of thing, and all this spiritual stuff and whatever, So I think that it's just another level. It's another level after that. It's a good point, and people did crap. I mean, my mother used to laugh. I'd be watching wrestling during, like, WrestleMania 5 or 6, and when Hulk Hogan would come back, like he'd come back against the Macho Man or whatever, and he started, doing that and going around the ring. My mother,
Shaking.
yeah, and I was actually a 6-year-old kid, and I was excited and cheering, and I was so excited. And my mother, I'll never forget it, she was on the couch, and she was going like, ha, 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 and she goes, "Give me a break." And I was like, what? And dude, I had no idea why my mom was laughing. I was like, what are you laughing about? I was 6, so like I'm not laughing. And I think my mother, when I was like 7 or 8 or something, she was like, it's all fake. She's like, this is fake. She even said, she goes, I saw a blood packet or something like that. And she didn't see a blood packet. She just said that. But it was like, I was like, yeah. And I kind of always knew, but I didn't. So I don't really know, but it sounded like the perspective. So if my mother was laughing at that, there must have been some wrestling purist who would watch that and say, oh, God, like, because you could come back like that once, maybe twice, in your like career, maybe a third time. Like wow, we saw this 5 years ago. It's like he psyched himself up. He's ready to go, and you get away with it. But with Hulk Hogan doing it like every single match or every time, it was sort of like, that's what gives it away to me. But I think The Undertaker is a level up from Hulk Hogan as far as that goes. So, but why do they give him so much crap? Is because it's just another level. It's a more obvious level, and Hulk Hogan was trying to play a man who was tough, who was all American, and he can come back in a fight. So while that may have been not as believable, it was still more realistic. Where The Undertaker was clearly based on this sort of, I don't know what you want to call it. I don't know what you said. I can't even think of the word, like spiritual or
supernatural.
Supernatural. There you go. Supernatural is the word. Yeah, it's more supernatural. Hulk Hogan's more like just, I don't know. I don't think he really got into the supernatural, but no doubt about it that the comebacks were kind of
ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Yeah, it's like, I mean, like, come on. Would you ever see but I mean, you can see a little bit of it, like MMA. Maybe a guy gets up off the canvas after 3 rounds and he decides that's it. Like, I'm gonna, let's go. And he starts pacing around and mocking the guy or something like that. So it's not that crazy unbelievable. So it's not supernatural, but it's the super strength comeback is unbelievable a little bit. Yeah. But I think that The Undertaker takes it to another level. So I get why he got more shit for it. But I'm so over that. I can't believe that there'd be people out there still that crap on that from, I mean, really it hit the biggest peak around WrestleMania 14 and 15 when they made The Undertaker that super dead guy ministry leader. That was the most over the top thing, that he ever did. And that he ever did. WrestleMania 14, 15, 16, those years, Undertaker was, that was some crazy shit that they tried to do with The Undertaker.
Unbeatable.
Yeah. Or just and he would lose, actually, sometimes. And it'd be like, well, he's supernatural, though, and all these things, but he loses a wrestling match. So, it's just you buy into it, I guess.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Always making me think. I like you. I like that caller. I like you. I like that caller, man. He's always making me think about shit. I like him. Shit bomb.
Moxley versus Darby and Sammy's flip onto Hardy on the table was better than anything WWE has done for a while.
Yep.
Also, Joe, I ordered myself an Electro Voice RE20. Do you still like that mic? I notice you don't use it much anymore.
The reason why I don't use it is because it's broken. It is my favorite mic ever. That's the microphone that I dreamed of having one day, or being in a radio station and using that microphone, and I only don't use it because it's broken. $400. Shit bomb. But yeah, Robbie, that's the best
What
mic.
the fuck is going on? I hate you, Drew's mom, you damn bitch.
Oh.
I can clean up at Denny's on a Tuesday night and take home the hottest men in the diner. I can sweep the street like no one else. Eat shit, Drew's mom, fuck you.
Oh my God, Drew's mom, what an asshole. Debe's mother-in-law has been nasty and sick this entire stream. But the good news is I can afford my bills today. Ashley Rose, baby, she got a new Twitter. I'll be tweeting it out later. She got a new Twitter. And she's got an OnlyFans. And you got to see them tits. Let me tell you. Trying to sell it for her. I don't know. It's pretty good though. You will jerk off. Ashley Rose's OnlyFans.com. You will jerk off. Like that's the that's the line. Man, I'm a sick piece of shit. But it's pretty funny. You will jerk off. That's a great tagline. All right, folks. I'm out of here. I believe I've got it all, Ashley says. Whoa. I want to see what that is. You got it all.
You ridiculous piece of shit.
All right.
Joe, Leah's pussy needs a cleaning out.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on.
I'm coming on your ass.
Oh, wait. Oh. that really is sick. Really is sick. AEW 7 out of 10 tonight from me, as I said earlier. Thanks to the Soundwave 92. Only OnlyFans I'll pay for is Joe Cronin's. Hell yeah. It might come down to that. It might come down to an OnlyFans or my website, joecroninshow.net. joecroninshow.net proudly brings to you Ashley's OnlyFans and a bottle of Cavassier. Ashley's over. Yeah. Well, you know, free advertisement, you know what I mean? I should be making bitches pay for this. You know what I mean? Like, I should go get some more chicks who have OnlyFans, and I'd be like, yeah, $50, I'll shout your OnlyFans out. You'll have like 17 simps in 2 hours. But if you don't want to, if you do want to support my show, then you guys gotta check out this insane device. My power was going out. My freaking power was going out, right? The other day during the tropical storm. By the way, New Yorkers out there, hope you're okay, man. It's bad. Everybody up the East Coast, Florida, everybody. Poor Lebanon. Like, I mean, dude, just an awful couple days for a lot of people. It can't be not mentioned. Like, very sad stuff from Lebanon. I wish we could have a better than we do Red Cross that could go around and save people quicker. And like if I was a rich person, like a mega rich person, I would create a team of triage. I'd have ships. I'd have helicopters. And anytime a natural disaster or something broke out, we would all embark there or whatever. We would all go there and we would save people immediately. And I guess that's sort of what the Red Cross does, but we need more people. The Red Cross needs more. They don't have enough. Why don't we have more? So I'd love to do that. But I did have this charger, thank goodness. It's called Halo. It's kind of like the video game. In fact, it looks just like the video game logo. Portable phone charger, AC outlet. You can charge a laptop, plug stuff in the corner here up to 65 watts. And this thing kicks ass. It'll charge all your phones. It'll charge everything. It also can jumpstart a car, jumpstart a lawnmower. It can jumpstart a bunch of shit. This thing is freaking awesome. Like days of power on your phone. It's epic. I got one of these. It's better than all the other ones. I mean, because it does all these things. It's got an outlet in it. Just great shit, dude. I'm telling you, man. This thing kicks ass. And if you guys want one, you can get it on Amazon. But you can get it using my link at the disco price, yo. Check it out. The link's in the chat. Pocket Aces says bullshit. I'm going to make a video with me jump-starting my car. And you're going to eat my ass for saying that. You're going to eat my ass, bro. Use my link in the chat to buy it if you want to buy it or buy something. Let's see. Is this guy going to show us a jump start in the car?
Freaking dead battery, dude. Everybody needs one of these in their house. This thing automatically comes with a bright light on the one side there, as you can see. It's got the 5 volts that you go for your camera, the USB to charge things with, and on this side it's got another one that you can plug in your laptops.
Okay. Hook it up to the battery.
That's all I'm gonna do. And you're gonna just push this button right here. Okay, you see this button? It's gonna flash. And it's gonna turn green, solid green. And that's your okay to go. And then I'm just basically gonna come over here And you'll see. Watch how fast this goes. Okay, I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna kick this on and watch this. Bam. Ignites it right away. Ready to rock. You never have to be stranded again. Make sure you get one of these. Put them in your car. You can charge it by the car charger, by the cigarette lighter.
Badass, son. Suck it, folks. Suck it, folks. $99. Go to Amazon and get that. I'll get credit. You'll get the discount price. You'll get the best price. You'll get the best price when you use my Amazon link. And I say buy 2 of them. I'd keep one in the house just because it kicks ass and you can go out and do stuff. Or put one in the car. Or put them all in the car. Put them in your girlfriend's car. Put them in your mom's car. And if you have kids, put them in your kids' cars. You know what I mean? Goddamn, do I wish I had it when ours died at the stupid drive-in theater what was it, last year? It was last year, yeah. But luckily there was a guy going around jumping cars. But there was like 20 cars, and we were like the last ones that got jumped, so I don't know, could have brought that with us, man. I know, man of 1,000. I'm joking too, man. It's funny. But it's a good shit. Check it out. I will see you guys tomorrow. See you guys on Patreon with some more shit as well. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. You just bought one last week, El Gallo? That's crazy. I mean, I've got a couple different versions of them, but I never had one that could jumpstart a car. You know, I've got a couple different ones that are great. I've got a solar-powered one, too. Dude, solar power, it's awesome. Solar power. You got to have a solar power one. Do you guys want the link to the solar power one that I have, too? You really want it? You want the link to the solar power one? I'll give it to you. If you use this link, I get credit, and you save money. I got a solar power one as well. This is badass, brother. Check it out. Sick, bro. Camping shit is not bad, man. I like the solar power ones. There's that one. All right, guys, I'm out. Thanks for listening. Thanks to all the people who donated. 7 out of 10 AEW. I'm going to watch NXT now. I hope everybody has a good night. And I'll be back tomorrow with videos in the day and streaming in the day, and I'll have a whole bunch of stuff before out of nowhere tomorrow. Now that I've gotten all this house stuff squared away, I had like 5,000 appointments the last couple of days. That's why I've been a little bit ghost-like. Thank you, guys. And thanks for donating to keep my show on the air, man. Thank you guys for keeping the shows going with the donations. Thank you. Sign up on Patreon, though, if you haven't. That's the really another good way to keep me going. And get 30 hours of bonus content you can't hear on YouTube. Here's the $25 producers. These guys are all $25 or above on Patreon right now. $25 producers. Jman from KC's been beast all week. Thank you, guys. Good night.